Welcome back. So, you have seen the symbol of the god mask. So, it is as I feared. The Shadow Thieves have returned. If they have a lair within Undermountain, their daggers are not far from all of our backs. You have done well. Here is a reward for your services. Now, I must give you a more difficult assignment. I need to know more about their plans. I need to know whether these Shadow Thieves are an advance party or a major base. I need to know if they have allies deeper within Undermountain. And if you encounter them, I would advise you to slay them. They shall certainly try to do the same to you, or worse. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a great deal to think about.
So, we finally got the quest to actually go and kill all the thieves. You see there's a little bat there that's kind of just out of reach. I thought I'd take him out. I'm not having much luck. Anyway, here's that grate you saw last time. And not that one, but the other wall is illusionary. And that lets us through. There's the switch that would open it if we came from the other side. Now this is a super long quest. I actually had to split this across 2 videos just for convenience sake. This is also the point where the bugs in the game get really bad. You're going to see a lot of them. There's a guy down there, so I decided to bypass it and just go for this entrance. The Thieves' Lair has a lot of illusionary walls and secret passages, so I have to wind up spending a lot of time kind of bouncing off them, going, is this a wall? Is this a wall? There's the rest area in this section. And that switch would be if I somehow got trapped inside, I could open it. Yeah, the bugs are starting early. Although you've seen that one before. I think there's not a single system that doesn't completely bug out in the course of this mission, including one crash bug that I had to edit out. And that is why you creep and save in this. That little guy over there is not supposed to be a halfling, he's supposed to be a kid. We will see some halflings, and, well, let's just say this game continues to be special. And for once I talked to somebody in the dungeon rather than just killing anybody I come across. Get some information on hidden things from him. Although, technically you don't need it. It's there regardless, and if you're exploring well, you'll find it. Now he's warning me about some stuff off the main hall. I had a problem because I couldn't tell what was the main hall. Is this the entranceway or is it the main hall? What about this spot? I mean, obviously that's the kitchen, but it gets really bad in some areas. Okay, now you might think you'd equip the lantern. Instead, it's a usable item. You just consume it. You can't even put it in your toolbar. So, we won't even bother with it. The mage version of continual light, which I'm really not able to use. I don't know what that switch does. I thought it would unlock this grate back here and let me just go in and kill those rats, but it didn't really do anything. There's some guys over there, but they're hard to see. They're trying to attack me through the glass windows, but it's not working. I can't smash the glass either, though. Really inappropriate music cue there. And when we come back, it'll be a good demonstration of how the descent engine works with that stuff. You can see there's a ladder right there, but you can't get onto it. And it's got a hatch above there anyways, so I've tried a few times without much luck. There's one of the hidden passages the kid told us about. Burning Hands is a mage spell. The ladders continue to be lethal. I think there's an especially bad ladder bug coming up in a bit, assuming it wasn't in a portion I had to delete. Those are the symbols of the god of deception, so they're always worth checking out as you explore, because where else are you going to put something that you're hiding? Yes, that guy was the halfling, who is exactly as tall as the human ones. Of course, my dwarf towers over everybody. There's the guy shooting from across the way there. I didn't know I had a black key. Got lucky with that shot. Didn't mean to use aid there, but it worked. That opened that passage for me just immediately. Those bracers aren't as good as the ones I've had from the start. Now, it says it's in the distance, but I'm pretty sure that was the switch to open up the passage if you somehow got locked inside it. Because I wasn't really able to find any other place that opened up. Unless it's this little side block here, but I don't think it was. Little cache of weaponry. Nothing's too great, though. Yeah, it's time to go check out what's behind the black key door. Portal, this could be the main entrance. I bypassed the door locked behind me, so I guess I have to go forward. And there was a pit trap. They do that a few times in that area. Pit traps over illusionary floors. Uh-oh, we've got guys that are completely broken now and embedded in the floor. Can't even seem to be able to hit them. So I found an entrance to the Thief's Lair. Does that mean I'm now at the entrance to the Thief's Lair, or that the room I came out of? It's the broken scripting again. Yeah, but this is supposed to be the entrance that if you were looking for it normally, you'd find. Finally connecting with the guys. And here's where I found the passage in the first time. We're going to make sure I finish exploring everything before I go back to the actual lair. Okay. As always, you want to find these notes because some of them you're required to bring back to complete the quest. And it's never exactly clear which ones. We're going to finish exploring these passages. And this is the main entrance to that spot, but I just walked over the mushroom and now I got the dizzy mode. Fortunately, the high con helps me break out of it kind of fast. And that's kind of it for this area. So we're going to go back through the secret passage and find some more stuff in here. That misaligned texture looks like it should have something. Just came up there to double check I hadn't missed anything. And we know I haven't been through that glass area yet. Now you see, when you cross intersections between polygons, they can have the triggers. So they have the text appear or start playing sound effects and music, or theoretically trigger AI behavior, although I don't think we're going to see any of that in this game. The way the Descent engine works is that everything is built out of cubes. And the space is hollowed out. Some 3D engines, you're building polygon models that you walk on. This one, you're hollowing out solid space with cubes in order to form the shape of the level. And if I look at the map at some point, I'm sure I'll look at it again because this is a confusing area, you'll be able to see kind of the way that everything is structured. There will be lines between some of the cubes where there are things like doors or triggers that for some reason show up. And you can see that there are always quadrilaterals making the connections. I shouldn't say it's all cubes, but cubes is the easiest way to explain it. It's six-sided quadrilateral prisms or something like that. It's really technical. A thief could pick that lock and open that door, but lock picking is just about useless in this game. I'm just being pounded on by the archers in the background here, which is why I'm taking off. I was thinking that this might be the main hall. And thus there'd be illusionary passages with treasure and guard posts in them, but that was not the case. I don't know what was supposed to be in there, but there's nothing there now. Check out the armory that I couldn't get into from the other door. All you had to do was walk 3 feet around it. And there's not even anything good in it. Almost all the thieves in here are armed with throwing daggers or bows of some kind. So if their AI triggers, it can be pretty violent, but it doesn't always do it. So here we're obviously in the toilet. Shield is a mage spell that deflects projectiles. And since almost everyone here has projectiles, it's very useful. Of course, by this point in the level, it's not so helpful. The mage has had to go through a ton of this stuff already. Here you can see all the quadrilateral link-ups. Alright, you can see there's something at the end of that hall. That is an arrow trap. And if I cross the threshold of it, it starts taking shots at me, although it didn't fire that time. Oh, there it went, after I was already through. Fell 26 feet as I was climbing up the ladder. This game is amazing. The shots from the trap still have to roll to hit, so with a high defense, it's pointless. Anyways, you can just walk through it. I'm breaking out hold person here because I'm expecting a big fight against a lot of thieves. And it's hard to know if it worked or not. I think it worked on this guy and making him stand there and not attack. But at the same time, we got a level. That also replenishes my spells, as it turns out, so it's kind of helpful there. With hold person, you don't know if it's affecting you or not. Like, that guy just started to attack, so maybe it didn't work on him. Technically, if someone's held, you're supposed to kill them with the next hit. Back that way is a portal that leads to the second half of this stage. I bypassed it for this moment. Well, that's not good, standing on the illusionary floor like that. I bypassed the portal for the moment we're going to do that in the next video. And I'm actually going to just skip right to the portal. This, though it may not seem that way. There's a couple more major bugs coming up, even though I'm very close to the end of the gameplay for this segment. There's some problems that occur. Now this, I think, is the section. You see, you do not need to pick up that short sword. That's going to cause some problems. Because if there's something that you cannot pick up, it can still block your path. That's actually back in that entrance area. So I'm doubling back for a rest, since I'm expecting a fight against the guild master. Or at the very least, some super bodyguards. Some of the rest areas are supposed to go away if you do it too many times. Haven't encountered it myself, but it's supposed to happen. And there we go. I'm blocked and I can't move. So, normally I cut out all of this crap, but it's a good opportunity to see some bugs. Like this one. I was trying to just drop that item, but I couldn't do it because every time I started to move over, it opened up the scroll. What was happening is I was dragging rather than just clicking once and then clicking on drop. Now, I was thinking that my problem was encumbrance, but this game doesn't model encumbrance. And in fact, the inventory slots that they give you are extremely generous. I haven't reached the end of it yet, despite all the piles of crap I'm getting here. They keep adding more to the bottom as you go. What happens is that you cannot have a stack of more than 10 of the same item. And it took me a while to figure that out. But we've got a couple more problems here. There's that mysterious black key. Dropping stuff that won't sell for very much money. And I've just dropped it all, and it looks like it's vanishing. You can see that I've got that little window in the upper right-hand corner that shows me the area. I could even technically move around. Well, it's all gone. But I moved! And suddenly I picked up everything again. Yeah, dropping items doesn't work. And there will be situations where you have to drop items to be able to continue, and it's broken. This is such a wonderful game. There's a jerk. just about out of areas to go through here. Yeah, it was kind of obvious that that was going to be something. I'm trying to give myself a little bit of preparation because that looks like an important room. Hold person didn't work there, but I didn't get any feedback to tell me that. This game really feels like an alpha build. Systems are in place, but they're all barely functional. It feels like this is the kind of thing you'd put together so that you could see how things are going to work vaguely once you're done, and then you start making tweaks and things like that. It feels like there should be something else in this room, but that's all there is to it. I think we're going to get another bug, though, in a moment. This is the spot I'm thinking of. Maybe not. Double checking because there it is. We knew there had to be some extra treasure in here somewhere. No secret ways out of this room, but had to try because in this place, anything could be faked. So that we still know there's those two guys in that long room to get, so I'm going to go back to them, and that's where I'm going to end this chunk, because that will have completely cleared out this entire map. And then we'll pick up next episode from the other map. Secret passage behind the fireplace. Let's find out what's at the top here. Just a potion of freedom. Potion of freedom will prevent you from being paralyzed or held. Not a major concern for a dwarf with a high con, but it's there if I need it. Fireball is a dangerous spell. Because it creates an explosion, it's not a tiny little bolt of energy, it's a giant boom. And casting in a small space can be dangerous. So here are our last men standing. This apparently was a barracks. And that's it. I'm going to take a quick look for secret doors, but that pretty much wraps up this episode.